So this is the third video in Learning Outcome 1, and the final part of section 1 is about communication. The methods of communication that schools use have changed significantly in recent years, largely due to social media. Communication can now be instant, but this can have both positive and negative implications. We can reach parents quickly when we need to, either on an individual basis by text or mobile phone, or as a group via Twitter or Facebook. But the speed of communication can mean that we don't take the time to assess whether those methods of communication meet the needs of all the members of those stakeholder groups. You'll look at what we mean by stakeholders in this part of your work, those people who have an influence or an interest in the school, and you'll produce a stakeholder map for your school or your link school. As business managers, we deal with a wide range of stakeholder groups on a daily basis, and our communication with them, whether positive or negative, reflects on the school. You will investigate how you communicate with the different groups of stakeholders, thinking in particular about how you communicate with staff and whether the methods of communication take account of the differing needs of staff. Are there any staff with known disabilities, for example, who might find a particular type of communication difficult to access? Are meetings at a time when everyone is able to attend? The final part of this section relates to presentations. In school business management, we often have to give presentations. These may be small, informal presentations to our own teams, or they may be formal presentations to stakeholder groups, such as governors or parents. You'll need to consider your own presentation skills. Using the information in the online materials, you'll learn what the essential elements of good presentation are, and will need to draw upon experience of a presentation you've given to assess your own skills. Later in this Leading Support Services unit, you'll be asked to give a presentation to a small group of stakeholders. So you will have a live presentation on which to base that assessment of your own skills. The final part of the assessment task for this section focuses on communication. You'll need to select two stakeholder groups, one where you communicate on a group basis, and one where you communicate with members of a group in an individual basis. And you're going to try and establish what type of communication is used for those two groups, and whether the needs of those groups have been assessed so that they are met. Finally, you'll have to form a view on whether the types of communication used are appropriate or not. What evidence do you have to support your view on this? You might wish to return to the different parts of this video once you've completed the section to review your assessment tasks.